Okay, excellent. Now, it's a little dark out here. I think I can get some lights out here. We'll just kind of spread these out in the middle. Here and there. Okay, let me think about this. Excuse me. Okay, so let's back this out. Okay, so they actually don't need. I thought they needed power brought to them, but apparently that's not the case. I don't need the power all the way there. Oh, I guess it's already built. I suppose that's fine. Alright, fine. Wasteful spending. What can you do? Okay. Looks like our power doesn't quite reach these. Cool, I think we have a pretty good setup here. We are 3 hours away from the arrival of our first prisoners. We've got some stuff planned out. I think this will work. Should be okay. I don't know why you're standing there, but there we go. Just make you go somewhere. Be nice if this garbage was moved. You gonna come get this? There you go. Okay, so now we do need guards. We do need chefs. I'm gonna wait. We'll probably throw the guards in when the guys get here. I'll just drop them right here. That way they don't run off and then have to come back. It looks like we could use another capacitor. Let's do that here. Okay, prisoners should be arriving. Let's check it out. Pulling in, getting dropped off, and we're going to go ahead and pause it. So let's grab a guard or two. A couple of those guys, and we need our warden. Definitely need the warden. Let's drop him here. And can I do any of this yet? Not yet. We're going to unpause and then pause it again. Now, this was another thing you guys were telling me I need to deal with was the regime. And I practiced with this a little bit in another game. Just kind of checking out, you know, the tips you guys were giving me and seeing what some of that stuff was all about. So I have played around with this now a little bit. I have a better understanding of how this goes. I'm excited to get to the work, kind of get the workshop. I think it's the workshop. Is that what that's called? Yeah, the workshop. Get that going so we can start making some money stamping plates, but not quite yet. We're going to try and be a little bit conservative and keep things small initially. So let's kind of fill this time in. Now, one of the things you were saying was when there was nothing to do, it's kind of idle time. It's not good for them. So I think that free time is better than just having the nothing to do. Does that sound about right? So that's what we're going to kind of do here. We'll go free time. We'll do yard time there. We'll let them actually go to sleep a little bit earlier. A little bit more shower time. Free time there. So I think this is how we'll go for now. And this is really kind of cool because you could get a real flow going, you know, depending on where the cells are. If you know I want them to shower, then go to the yard, for example. You can kind of build in that order. It's a little beyond me right now. I'm not there just yet, but the potential's there. I like the idea of setting things up that way. So here we go. We got our prisoners being brought in, and yeah, I really want to get into the valuation and everything, but I think we'll wait. We obviously have to pay. If we get an account, we have to pay for them, and then we have to pay every day their wages. So we're gonna wait just a little bit. Kind of get things situated and make sure everything's going to run okay. Where are you two going? What are you doing? What if I let you in there? Sure, go in. I hope all this is done. Okay. It's wandering around. Where are you bringing them? Okay, let's pause this a second. What is going on here? I do not understand why they're bringing them out and looping them around here. Is this kind of what they're seeing is the faster way to the yard versus going through the shower? It might be the case. I can open that door, so... Not sure why I have workers wandering around up there either, but things are a little chaotic. Let's go ahead and slow the time down a little bit. See, I don't know what these guys are doing. I'm assuming that they're trying to maybe head to the... Where are you guys trying to go? Where are you going? I'm trying to get to the yard. So for some reason, they're just not coming through here. I don't know why that is. When I did my kind of a test run before, I did a similar thing where I had the showers right off the holding cell, and it wasn't an issue. So I don't really know what's happening. I think it might be because of the schedule right now, the time they showed up. So we may need to change sleep and shower, though. But see, they got here during the free time eating, so... yeah, interesting. Well, we'll see how this plays out. We're going to have to let this kind of go through a couple cycles and see, you know, just how easy or difficult this is going to be. Are they going to be able to go back through the shower area to go back to the holding cell? I don't know. Let's see. This guy's getting busted. Getting searched. It's a long search. Okay, so yard time. This guy's coming... he went kind of the long way. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. He brought in here. I can't tell. I can't tell if there's a problem with that door or not. It is a jail door, so technically I suppose they have to wait for a guard. I don't think I used a jail door here last time. Maybe that's the problem. Let's go ahead and take that out. Let's dismantle this guy. I don't know if that's going to dismantle both the grate and the door or just the grate, but we shall find out. Okay, I've done a little bit of rearranging. I actually switched the door out here with a kind of a standard door and removed the drain. And I'm realizing the problem now is that, as you can see, there was no holes through here. So I think with my planning, I had shown the holes, and so I just assumed they were there, completely forgetting that this was closed in. So good one, Weem. That is a typical Weem move. So we're just gonna do a couple entrances here, and yeah, I think that'll be okay. So that makes sense as to what was going on here, but I did have some other kind of problems with the draining here and everything. So I did switch. I've got the door switched. I've got new drains here. We'll put some more in when those get kind of popped through, and I have some other stuff going on too. If I start the timer back up, my workers, I think it's maybe because they're idle, but they keep getting hung up on the doors and just kind of hanging out. They get stuck in them. Even when I let them through, they'll actually stop on them, kind of get hung up. So that's not something I really experienced before, so I'm not really sure what's going on there, but yeah. Okay, kill some of that planning. We can open that door for you. So the guards are busy. So there we go. We've got an actual kind of pathway through there, which is good. It looks very messy in there, and we're going to want to set up some of the cleaning stuff at some point, but yeah, we'll want to be able to have some deployment. Now, I did go in here and set up finance, but like I was about to say, when I got security, I can get deployment, and at that point we can have kind of set up the cleaning room and assign workers to cleaning, and they'll go around and sweep and clean things up. We'll have our own labor. It will be great. But in the meantime, I think we're doing okay. We haven't had any major incidents or anything. Why? How do I have 2 wardens? Wow. Let's resolve that right now. I was like, wait, why is there 2 people there? Okay, I must have, you know what I think I did? I think I left click, and then I tend to right click thinking that's going to deselect, and I think that places whatever you've got in hand. So probably what happened. It wouldn't be the first time. I actually did that with a finance officer one time, or the accountant rather. So let's see here. We do have the finance, so we can actually pull her in here. I think we might do that. Let's do that. Get her, and we'll just set her up here. No right clicking this time. Cool. So we got this worker. He's just kind of, I think these guys are bored, but it's weird. The passageways, they kind of get stuck on it. Like I said, it wasn't a thing I had seen before. And funny thing is, if I click them and tell them to go somewhere, it's like not an issue. And they'll go off and do something else, but I think they're just idle. I think they're bored. Might be a good idea for me to actually get rid of some of them if we plan on doing this kind of low-key for a bit, but I have a feeling I have a solitary need up here, that we need a solitary confinement for one of them, so I think that we may start working on the cell block sooner than I thought. And if that's the case, we can actually jump in here and see that we've got that we have a contract for a cell block, so that might be a good idea. Time to build your first cell block and transfer the existing prisoners to cells of their own. I think that's probably a good way to go. So far things are looking pretty good, and I think this is going to be better now that we've got these pathways cleared up. But yeah, so let's actually, we're going to at least start planning that. So let's see, we want to use this wall, this pre-existing wall. So we're going to use this object to kind of define where a cell would be. Now, I shouldn't have done the fence this way. Let me do something since fence is free. I'm going to run this here. This is kind of how I ran into that problem before. I basically wanted the wall, if I go back to planning here, I wanted the wall flush here, but I had to do my foundation out here, which it didn't do a wall because it considered the fence was wall. And so I tried to like build another fence, and it was problematic, so I tried to pop a little hole in there, and yeah, it went south really quick. So I think what we'll do is we'll build one here, and that will allow me to take this secondary wall fence out. In fact, come to think of it, I don't need all that fence. Just go there is fine. Then we will take down fence to a point, something like here. I don't think we need 12, we'll just do that. Now they're going to have to do the long kind of end around, whoops. But that's okay. They need the exercise. They're going to run around there. And we're going to plan in the meantime. We're going to look, let's see, prisoners are doing cool, sweet. So we're going to plan this, and I want to use the objects. This is going to be the designation of what a cell is. So that is a cell because this will be a wall. So we're just going to kind of mark this out a bit. That's 5, 6. I think we'll stick with 6. There will be the wall for the cell, a hallway, the next wall, and then the next cell. So something along these lines. Okay, then we're going to have a wall, right? And we'll have a wall here, a walkway. Then we'll have door, wall. This probably isn't making a whole lot of sense. But I'm going to go ahead and mark. This is where solitary cells will be, if this makes any sense at all. Probably make more sense once I do this. Kind of what I'm thinking here. Okay, here. Right? Is this kind of looking good? Let's see. Did I do that right? No, I didn't. And then we'll have doors here. There we go. There we go. My vision is coming to life. Something like this. Cool. And then we'll do a door for each. Pop these through, and voila. That's kind of what I'm looking at there. So we'll have room for 12 cells, 5 of these guys. And then I think what we may do is even have an area back here. We're going to need the infirmary and stuff like that. We might put them all in kind of one room that's back here. So let's just kind of do this. And this can kind of empty into the canteen. Yeah. Okay, so if we go... What's the cleaning room? Let's see. The cleaning room has... I think it's the only one, if I recall correct, that has a requirement, 3x3. I don't think the infirmary has a kind of a requirement. Let's see. That's going to be grayed out, right? Yeah, it doesn't have anything. And then we'll use common room to fill some of the other stuff, and that can be whatever. Okay, so if that's going to be a 3x3, let's go to planning. And we'll do that. Something like this. So that'll be the cleaning room. We'll have common area and infirmary. This will kind of share an open space. And then we'll end up popping doors. Maybe just one door in here. In the meantime, we can actually go ahead and plan the metal detector. including its power. Okay, cool. So that's what we're looking at plan-wise. Again, things are looking good prisoner-wise. Let's go ahead and open this up and check the valuation. So 30,000, you can see we have the grant. This was the grant we took to build the cell. So this is kind of what I was talking about. I think once we complete that and get the money, this won't be kind of held against us. So that'll be cool. And where are we at? 22,000. I think we're going to go ahead and get this started, actually. Because we need the, you can see we need the solitary. And we need the medical stuff, so it'd be nice to actually just get all of this rolling. Not demolish. So we need to do this. All of this. And it wants to know that we're going to have doors. So in this case, I'm going to put a door here, but this jail door is probably going to always be open to the yard. We'll do a regular door here. One of the things I found was, like, I did something similar. I had a door open, but then when you go to deploy, it kind of considers all of this. It would kind of call this one area, and I want to distinguish it, so we'll actually use doors. I think we'll do that here too. Even if we end up leaving those open all the time, I think it still allows you to deploy independently if the door is held open. It's just, it needs to have that door there, kind of designate it. Alrighty guys, we're working on your room. So I also put a phone booth and a TV in here. Probably a little spoiled for these guys, but I want them to be chill. We want to have no incidents. And we just want them to kind of hang out and do their thing. I just realized I didn't end up putting drains in here, but it doesn't look like it's been an issue yet, so I think we'll just leave it. Oh, that's creepy. This is a door right now. Let's pause this. Let's lock that shut. Actually, it may not matter now. Well, almost. Once this finishes, this should be all enclosed. We'll see. Let's check this out. Not quite there yet. Come on. Fill in. There you go. Cool. We're gonna pause time real quick. Go to the planning, and I want to take out... Actually, no, we'll leave that there. So we have these walls. I am going to pause, though. I actually am going to pause. Disregard that earlier statement. So let's go ahead and put the walls in here. Get this going. Right. I need these up here too, right? Yeah, I didn't do these. Here, and we can cross these. Since we're paused, they're not going to start building the walls that I don't want. So we can do this and then pop our holes through here. Like so. Okay, and then up here as well. And one last thing, we're going to drop a standard door here, and we'll start the timer back up. Cool, so that set us back some money there. We are going to have to do get all of our water and electric in here, so let's kind of get that going. We can carry this into here. And as far as water, let's see. We're going to have to come down from there no matter what. But I think we're going to run this straight down the center. Along with the electric. Actually, I know it can handle that, but I like to run it side by side so it's easier for me to tell it's there. So that's how we're going to do that. And then I know that I'm going to run the toilets kind of in these corners near the door. So I'm going to run... I could just do 3... Nah. We'll do this. Something like that. And these are close enough, I can just do 1 here. Okay, cool. Those are getting set up. Let's go ahead and plop down our appliances. Actually, you know what? I need to kill this planning. He's going to kind of bug me right now, so let's get rid of that. Okay. And right. Toilets first. Start with the good stuff. Get all this down. This is going to be a little expensive once we get all this set up. Cool. And then we'll need to go in and designate these areas as well. Let's see, a solitary door. Cool. And solitary, that's all we need. It's just one little block with a door. So there we go. Now I talked about this before in my first run, that dragging this over like this caused me a problem, so I individually did it just to be safe, but this does work as long as the walls are here and everything, so we're going to do this. Now, I should restate that. I actually don't think you need... Well, oh no, it does say enclosed. Okay, so you do need these. I was thinking that you maybe didn't need that, but it does need to be enclosed. I'm kind of going off a screenshot I saw with a big open room with a bunch of beds, but who knows? Maybe that was an earlier build where they didn't have to be enclosed yet. Okay. So they're probably waiting... No, we got toilets there. What are you guys waiting for? Just wandering around in here. Now, one or more of you gave me the advice not to put the doors in yet because the workers try to come in and out and it's a problem, so we are going to leave the doors off until they get the beds and everything set up. Let's see. We can't do the infirmary in here yet, but we can do the cleaning room. Might as well do that. And we'll do the common room right now as well. And that's going to be... The cleaning room is 4 wide. So we'll do 4 here, 4 there. This will be the infirmary. And I think just because I'm a nice guy, we don't really have a lot of money. We're down to 8,000, but I'm going to throw in, because we want this common room to actually be used.